Hey, this is June 15th, 2026, and I have a plant update to do. So, it's been about a year since I was last on camera talking about the plants. I think the last video might have been an indoor video. I can't quite remember. I did an outdoor video last year too. So, the big changes that we would have had, let's go through them now. Okay, I'm just going to start with the Dracaena plants here. So, we have, as you can see, 12 of them here. Last year what happened was I think it was November 3rd or 4th was the last day that I had these outdoors. So what happened was when I had these outdoors November 4th, everything was looking fine, because the thing was I was looking at these two Dracaena plants here, and I'll get to them in a second, but they just looked totally fine all up until November 4th. But then at November 4th, it was starting to become -1 degrees overnight, and I thought, nah, this is just way too risky. So I brought everything indoors. And then when I brought everything indoor, after a couple of weeks, what happened was some of these weren't doing so great. I mean, I couldn't really be surprised, to be honest, because they were outdoors till November 4th. But what happened was a lot of them started to, as you can see here, just start to bleach and sort of die off. Now it was completely temporary. You can see everything here has kind of came back. What happened though was two of them completely died in the middle here, right? And they started a whole bunch of new sprouts. So this one's got about 4 or 5 new heads here. And then this one here, same thing. The middle died, and then the sides shoots just took over. This one already happened to have like 2 side shoots even when it was healthy, but then they just totally took over once it died. And then yeah, the middle, this one's dead, and so now again it is back to life. So they all survived, they all did well, but unlike the big ones here, they fooled me because they were fine the whole time. Like, this is the only damage this one has, was this one part here. And then this one has like 1 or 2 spots. But they both look completely fine the whole time. So, lesson learned is that when these plants are larger, they can actually deal better with the colder temperatures, apparently. So as long as they're at least this size, and ideally larger, like you want them to be about this size, they can kind of last a couple extra days outdoors compared to the smaller guys. But just being able to have these things outdoors until November 4th was a pretty big win for me. Okay, so that's a quick summary of that. Now we'll go on to the Boswellia plants. So I don't actually normally have these outdoors because I'm a little bit too worried about them, but I don't want to have any plants indoors at the moment. I just don't like it indoors as much at this time of year. So this one's never been outdoors, like not even for, well, maybe a little bit growing up I had it. But it's loving it, it's doing totally fine. This one is starting now to grow all the way out again. So it's, before there was only a couple spots here that were growing on it, and now it's just doing really well. As you can see here, the whole site here is starting to load up with branches. Now, one of the cooler ones is the Elongata. So this one got to be too tall for my indoor space. Unfortunately, it was too tall for even my tents that I have. So I had it in this one location, and I moved it under its own light, and it just wasn't doing so great. So I put it by like the windowsill indoors, and for 6 months, it just looked like this. It just looked like a stick. Like nothing to it. And in the past couple of weeks, you can see here now though, we do have some new growth. Ain't that cool? So yeah, we have some new growth now, all starting up. And this was just completely bare a few weeks ago. And for like 6 months, I was looking at a stick. So the Elongata now will come back. So the top of it is interesting because it's sort of shrunk up and did this thing. So I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to just continue growing taller or what. But we'll find out. If it stops growing taller, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Now, what else do I have to talk about? So we have the two Socotranas here. These ones, you know, they just take forever to grow. But what's cool is now that it's gotten warmer, they've actually started to sprout back again. So this one started to get all its leaves back, and here, same thing. It's getting all of its leaves, so that's pretty cool to see. And I suppose that's kind of the update. Oh yeah, the other thing is, no matter how much I fence this off, there's always one little guy who wants to nibble at this. So he got a little nibble and realized he probably doesn't like chewing on, you know, Boswellia rosin. But here's the plants. So this is everything we have. They're just gonna sit out here probably till, you know, the Boswellias I'll bring in earlier, but the rest of them I'll keep out again until October, as long as it doesn't go below 0 too much. Like if it goes to like, if it hits 0, I don't care, but if it goes to like below 1, I'm like, nah. But yeah, this one's looking great. Look at how big this has gotten. This is my biggest Dracaena right now. It's always cool when you look at it like from here. This is where I like to look at it, where you just sort of check out that region. Starting to change my settings by mistake here. There we go. Okay. So that is the long-awaited plant update. I'm not sure if I missed anything here. I guess everything is about 3 years old for the most part. Yeah, the Dracaenas are going into their 3rd or 4th year here now. I know the dates, but I just don't have it off the top of my head. But yeah, everything's growing well. The one challenge I have now, of course, with everything is going to be, you know, just space. So I have to bring these back indoors later, and I want to put them into a larger container so that they actually grow larger, right? Like this one's clearly gotten to be larger, and it's also a little bit older, sure, but it has to do with just the fact that it's also got a larger container to work with. But anyway, if I bring this inside, it's gonna be a nightmare if these 12 here all are all in that large container, but I might end up doing it anyway. I'm not rushing to do it, because they still are all very healthy, but I can tell they probably want more space, but that's also me just projecting a bit. Okay, but yeah, here's one last look here. We have the Samhaensis here. Then we have the Boswellia Sacra, the Elongata, and the two Socotranas. And the big guys. Okay, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll do some more updates later, but there's not that much updates, I find. You know. Okay, well, see you guys.